financial intimacy is not how much money you have. It's about how open, how safe, and honest you are with each other around money. And many relationships struggle not because of lack of love, no, but because of lack of financial intimacy. Hi, I'm Jen Gitiche. I'm a finance and investment trainer. Today we are talking about financial intimacy, what it really means, why it matters, and how couples can build around money without shame or fear. By the way, I've talked about it in depth in my book, Wealth Her Way. I hope you've enjoyed the read. Let me know in the comments, yeah, what you've taken from reading that book. And if you haven't, grab a copy. This is a gentle reminder that every relationship, or rather every couple, needs financial intimacy.
Hello, Jen.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good.
I'll definitely read that book.
You should.
So, what exactly is financial intimacy to begin with?
Wow. Basically, financial intimacy is about, or rather, is the ability to be open, to be honest, and to feel emotionally safe to you with your partner when you're talking about money. It means talking about income openly, talking about all the debts that you may have either before or after you got into your relationship, or even either before or you got into marriage. It's talking about all your fears when it comes to money. It's talking about financial goals that you may have as a couple, and it's talking about the mistakes that you have been having when it comes to money, without hiding, without shame, without feeling like one person is in control. Just like emotional intimacy, financial intimacy requires trust and a lot of vulnerability.
Okay. And why do so many couples struggle with financial intimacy?
Wow. Most couples fight when it's a lot when with wow. Most repeat that question.
So, again, why do so many couples struggle with financial intimacy?
Because money carries shame,
Mm-hmm.
fear, and identity. So people are afraid to admit, yeah, I'm not good with money. And some people will be afraid to admit I'm in debt.
Mm-hmm.
And some people will feel like they will not be able to admit they earn less, and so they hide how much they earn. And some people feel like I'm scared about the future, but they won't disclose to their partners when it comes to money, so they protect themselves with silence. But silence creates a lot of distance, and from this distance, that's now when couples start drifting apart, simply because they didn't have financial intimacy.
Okay. And is hiding money issues common in many relationships?
Very common in most relationships. It's rare to find, but these days people are learning. Most couples who come for my coaching session, they start now opening up. So it's very common because some people hide debts simply because they don't want to feel ashamed or to admit what they got that debt for. Maybe they just got that debt from their charmer, so someone doesn't want to disclose to their spouse. Some people have side spending habits, and so they don't want also to disclose this to their partners. And some people's have extra accounts to hide money simply because they don't know like what tomorrow may come, and they're coming from a very good intention. Yeah. So when people do like have secret accounts, they're not doing it out of not having the right mind with their partners. They're simply just how they grew up, their background really matters. And sometimes they do it because of financial stress, not because they are bad people, like I've said, but because they don't feel emotionally safe to disclose all these that we have talked about. Financial secrecy weakens trust. Even with good intentions, sometimes when a partner finds out, it kabisa destroys that trust.
Okay. And how does money affect power in relationships?
When money is not talked about openly, it often becomes a tool of control.
Mm-hmm.
What do I mean by this? Because you start looking at who earns more, you start looking at who decides, you start looking at who feels entitled,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes you start feeling like those small money matters. They start basically controlling everything.
Mm-hmm.
So financial intimacy removes power, it removes struggles, and replaces them with partnership.
Okay, and how can one build financial intimacy?
How can someone build financial intimacy?
Mhm.
One, if you're in a relationship and want to build financial intimacy, you create a safe money conversation with your spouse. Yeah.
Mhm.
What do I mean by this?
Mhm.
Start having, when you go on a money date, sit down with your spouse and start having open conversation, not just arguments all the time, but just open conversations.
Mhm.
And two, share your money story.
Mhm.
You know, we grew up with different backgrounds. Even after growing up, we got maybe money traumas. So start sharing those stories with your partner.
Mhm.
How you grew up really matters a lot when it comes to some of these things. Yeah.
Mhm.
And three, be honest about where you are as a couple, as an individual, not where you wish you were. Honest builds trust faster than perfection. And four, define your shared goals, not just shared bills. You find that most couples, when they're together, or rather when they're planning for the month's bills, they will always just look at the responsibility, the bills that need to be sorted out, but rather they are not looking at what do we have as common financial goals together. Intimacy grows when you're building towards something together.
Okay.
And five, and final point, yeah, review your money regularly without any blame. Money should should be discussed rather very calmly, not only during crisis.
Okay.
So when, like I always keep on saying, this Valentine's, or rather that this month of love, go on a money date, yes, give flowers, talk about the sweet things, but at the same time create another date for your money conversation, so that at least you can review all your financial goals together, all your bills together, and you can see how your numbers look like, so that you can at least sort all your numbers and place them where they are supposed to be. And out of that date, you come out with a good, perfect structure, and that brings financial intimacy. So basically, financial intimacy is an act of love. It says, I trust you. It says, I'm safe with you. And it says, we are building together. Flowers are so beautiful, but trust, when it comes to finances, lasts longer. If I can summarize all this, yeah, financial intimacy is not about money. It's about trust, honesty, and shared direction as a couple together. I want you to reflect on this, yeah? In the comments, what makes money conversation very hard when it comes to relationship? If you're watching this with your partner, share it. If you're watching it like alone, send it to your partner. Start that conversation very gently, yeah? If this topics matters to you, like, subscribe, and hit that notifications button. We will keep you having these money conversations one step at a time. But remember, financial intimacy strengthens relationships. So, what question should I answer next about money and relationships?